I'm Caroline.
I'm Lori.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Megan.
And
we're the Ligers!
Workplace diversity refers to the variety of differences between people in an organization. Diverse workplaces are composed of employees with varying characteristics, including but not limited to race, gender, sexual orientation, religious views, political views, ethnicity, age, physical abilities and/or disabilities, personality, geographic location, education, and socioeconomic background. Diversity is a valuable quality in the workplace and provides many improvements.
History of diversity. America, the land of the free. These words help build the foundation of our country, allowing us the opportunities we have today and are continuously evolving. Throughout history, diversity has changed tremendously, greatly due to wars and the increase of population. A few examples of these events in history, one being the Civil War. It contributed to the end of slavery. Black men were allowed to serve in the Union Army. World War I. Women were relied on to fill the gaps in the workforce while the men were serving in the war. The 19th Amendment, established in 1920, women were granted the right to vote. The Civil Rights Act in 1964. This act prohibits any employment discrimination based on gender, race, color, religion, or national origin. I'm going to end the history portion with a quote by Robert Kennedy. Ultimately, America's answer to the intolerant man is diversity. The very diversity which our heritage of religious freedom has inspired.
A diverse workforce is made up of employees with different genders, races, age, skills, and abilities, and also cultural differences. While it is very important to keep diversity in the workforce, it can cause some issues between employees. Some examples of diversity in the workforce are same-sex workplaces. A company cannot discriminate against people based on their gender, according to the Title VII of the Civil Acts Right of 1964. Companies can overcome this diversity by hiring the same amount of both male and female workers to ensure the workforce is equal. Another example is age-related prejudices. Age diversity in companies can be crucial to create a successful workforce because you get ideas from all different generations. Sometimes millennials are viewed as immature workers by the older generation, and a company could miss the opportunity to hire these young ideas. Companies can overcome this diversity by hiring the younger generation and putting them through the training workshops, or even pair them with older employees so they can learn the job one-on-one. One last example is cultural differences. If an employee in the company is a minority and all of a sudden it gets treated differently, for example, being told not to attend a meeting could feel discriminated against based on their religion or the reason that they are. It is best to know all the employees and know what is important to them to avoid this type of discrimination. Employee surveys could be used to help determine these types of issues in the workplace.
Diversity can improve the workplace by increasing productivity by bringing different sets of skills to the workplace. It also increases creativity by enhancing diverse problem-solving skills. Diversity can enhance language skills by hiring bilingual employees that can increase their presence of the company in other countries. Lastly, diversity increases employee satisfaction by making everyone feel valued and having opportunity for advancement.
How do you feel about cultural diversity in the workplace?
I feel like cultural diversity in the workplace is very important. It encourages people to think differently and encourages others to have different values. And I think that every workplace should have a variety of cultures.
So, what's your opinion of cultural diversity in the workplace?
Cultural diversity in the workplace is extremely important because you have to work with a diverse group of people in order to accomplish your goals. If you don't respect and take into consideration all the different cultures that we have, you're probably not going to succeed or advance in your business without it.
Well, I think it's very important so we can be accepting of other cultures, especially different opinions. You don't need to be from another country to accept someone else's opinion. I think that's in an office is very important for diversity.
Yes.
You know, you might be a Republican, you might be a Democrat. We can agree to disagree, but at least we can work together.
Right.
And that's why I think it's important to have not only black collar, white, yellow, the whole rainbow color to be together.
And have you had any experience with diversity in the workplace, like in
Personal experience?
yeah, personal experience?
Personal experience, not what I'm at right now, but when I went to college, I did go to a college in Daytona Beach, where I was friends with a lot of people from all over the world, like Egypt, Japan, South America. I mean, from all over the world. And of course, I'm from South America, Lima, Peru. And you can see, based on their culture, their opinions, based on their religions, their opinions, because that was their foundations, and that was what their belief was based on. So I can tell you that for sure. As far as work here, I get to work with a lot of people from different backgrounds. I guess the closest is I work with someone from Jamaica. That he came and he was very, he didn't know much about like college in the United States in general. So I was able to explain to him, and so he understood a little better the culture specifically and what the process is to get enrolled in a college here in the United States. I can tell you that for sure.
Awesome. What are your opinions of diversity in the workplace?
I personally think that it's a great idea to be able to have diversity in the workplace because it brings together views of other people from different cultures, helps you appreciate things that you might not normally think about. So I think it's a great idea to be able to have that diversity that allows you to be able to just think outside the box of what we normally would.
And how does it improve the workplace, you feel?
I think that it helps us to be able to think of, be able to put ourselves in other people's situations. That if you have people from different cultures, different backgrounds, male, female, whatever race they might be, it helps us understand where they're coming from, because you can have people from that culture be able to, explain to you better about what their perspective might be.
Have you had any personal experience with diversity in the workplace?
I have. We've had a chance to really have quite a bit of diversity here in our office, and I think that it's been a really good thing that for us we've had Pedro, who I think you just interviewed recently, in our office, and he's coming in from a different perspective as far as his background and his culture. I think that it'd still be good for us to have more diversity in our admissions office here at Baker. We don't have a lot of it, so it'd be better to have more. But certainly from what I've seen and what I've interacted with here, I think it's been good, the amount that we have had, but I'd like to see us actually become more diversified and have more diversity here in admissions at least.